Guys, four-wheel drive competition cars are sometimes built from humble beginnings. So today, we're going to go back over the past 18 years and pick out some surprising rigs with a little bit of action. So let's check out 10 of four-wheel drive TV's old comp rigs. The first vehicle we've got is just crazy. Now, like the Iveco, it is huge, but for very different reasons. This thing sort of started out as a Holden Rodeo come Nissan Navara, but check it out. You'll know it when you see it. You're going to love it.
Hi guys, my name's Sam. I just want to talk about my 2015 Tough Truck entry, the Crazy Rodeo. My car, the Holden Rodeo, that's just competed at Tough Trucks, which hopefully will be back there again. I said 54-inch tyres, 2.5 tonne Rockwells, LS1, and as well as a Turbo 350 Auto and a 2-speed Atlas transfer case. It goes pretty much everywhere. And again, still testing, trialling for next year's Tough Truck Challenge. The trip over to Tough Trucks last year was quite eventful. Had a lot of dramas, a bit of mayhem on the way to Tough Trucks. We've broken gearboxes in trucks halfway across Australia, as well as we've pretty much finished the rodeo at Show and Shine with all of my mates' help, basically, that came over to follow us there, which was really great. If it wasn't for them, I definitely would not have been there. Looking forward to coming over back next year. Hopefully not for a bit of fun. I actually want to try and push for top 10 next year because I've got a lot more wheel time between it. A few changes to the truck to get it ready for next year. A few more differential changes just to mix it up a little bit. So it's basically handles a lot better. It wasn't quite right last year, so changing a bit of that up. Internal modifications, as well as some suspension modifications just to make it work a little bit better. And hopefully do a lot better next year, a lot more bonus lines, and just wheel the living hell out of it. It hopefully might not be, but it might be my last year heading over there. But yeah, hopefully mix it up with the big boys this time. Soundtrack for a movie, real rap with as much mass appeal as cooties. That's damage on the wheels, Peter Beatty, but I'm banging killer track on the run and leave these hanging like.
Number 9, from biggest to smallest, let's check out Cindy's Sierra.
Hi, I'm Cindy and we're here at the Superior Short Course Rally in Caboolture. I'm racing my Suski Sierra 1.3 litre around the track. So we have a 2-inch suspension lift with Goodyear Wrangler tyres, 1.3 litre fuel-injected engine, which is out of a Suzuki Swift GDI. That's basically it, pretty much stock. We've currently had 3 races and it's doing quite well. Future modifications is just beefier suspension with hydraulic bump stops and keep it basically standard.
Number 8 is Jake's 4Runner, also known as Snuffy. Now this was filmed at the Loveday 4x4 park where jumps were the order of the day and Snuffy was no different.
My name's Jake and this is my Navi Shaden, and we've been racing out here at Loveday since 2007, racing Snuffy, an old beaten up 4Runner that we've just been playing with every year, just getting her a bit better and a bit better. Time we managed to pull a third. We're really just out here for the fun, a knock around with a few mates around a nice four-wheel drive track, launching your car into the air. You can't get better than that, it's great fun. It's a 1985 4Runner, just stripped the back off it, put a turbo on it, reinforced the chassis, put some decent mud tyres on it so we get a bit of traction, put the cage on it because we flipped it over a few times and got sick of replacing the window, so we put an EXO cage on it to try and save the window, keep the mud out. We don't get to race at night with the lights, but it's always good fun to have them out there. bit of a spectacle. Grab yourself a nice cheap rig, come out to Love Day, have a bit of a play, have a bit of compete. It's nothing but fun.
Our 7th feature spot goes to Mike in Queensland, who's putting the pedal to the metal in a short wheelbase Pajero.
Hi guys, it's Mike Topfer here from On and Off-Road Mechanical, here at the short course event for Superior Engineering. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a gloomy day, but we'll have a bit of fun out there in the mud. We've got an NL short wheelbase Pajero. It's basically like an Evo spec, 3.5 litre V6. It's in production class off-road racing. It's a good little car. It's been racing for about 7 or 8 years now. It's been really strong, only hasn't finished a couple of events. It's been really reliable. We haven't really changed too much for it. Tyres, we've just sort of stayed with the skinnier type tyres so we can try and get a bit of bite in the mud. A lot of boys have got some big tyres here, so we'll see how they float around. It'll be good fun. Car puts out about 220 horsepower, so it's got a fair bit of mumbo behind it, so it'll be a bit of a handful in the mud today, being a short wheelbase and everything. So the vehicle's set up as good as I can possibly get it. It's as fast as it's ever going to get, so it'd be too scary if I got it any faster. Future events we'll probably continue on with the short course series, see how we go with that. Hopefully by the end of the day we should be at the pointy end of the field. It's a pretty competitive car, so I think we should be pretty right.
In 6th place, we're going even faster again. It's Steve Riley's Holden Commodore Safari off-road race vehicle.
How you going? My name's Steve Riley and I'm here with my VE VF Commodore Ute. It's a cross-country rally car built out of a good old Aussie Ute. It's four-wheel drive, it's quite unusual. It's cross-country rally spec, so it's got a lot of suspension travel, large cross-country tyres, wheels, GT tyres, obviously, as you can see. Yeah, we've got a Holden 6-speed sequential gearbox and yeah, with a transfer case on the back of it, and yeah, it's four-wheel drive and it puts out about 500 horsepower and it does the job. It's a really fast car and really nice. It's got wider track than a Commodore, about 100mm wider track and bigger wheel arches. All the panel work is carbon Kevlar. And yeah, we've probably spent 2 years developing this car and we've built a couple of them. This is the first one on the road, so yeah, we're keen to do some miles on it. The car's very, very fast. It's a possibility to drive it over, way over 200k per hour. Not that we get that fast very often, but it's very, very quick to accelerate with the Holden gearbox. Always the right gear at the right time, and it's a really bit of a weapon off-road. We built this thing with ideas of going overseas with it and do some events overseas, and really wanted to get the Aussie flavour and the Aussie Ute thing into it. So our dream is to get the Aussie Ute overseas and do some events with it. So that's our grand plan. We'll go do some Australian events, the Australian Safari, maybe Broken Hill in August, maybe the Fink Desert Rally.
For number 5, we're featuring one of the gentlemen of the off-road racing circuit, Warren Denham, in the Transvent Mitsubishi Triton. Now guys, this guy could really drive and this vehicle used to fly until he broke stuff.
I'm Warren Denham. This is my race vehicle, which is a Triton Ute we built to do Condo and the Australian Safari and any other cross-country rally that comes around. We're having a good run today. We probably were 10-15 seconds off the lead when the transfer case failed on it today, and we parked it 40k from the end of the event, which was rather disappointing after all the effort we put in. Runs a 3000 GT motor. It's got 380 horsepower at the wheels. Current model Pajero front and rear cradle in the car, sequential gearbox. It's all space frame, nice and strong, easy to service. A few years of development have gone into it now and it's normally very reliable, so I'm quite surprised on the failure. Hopefully we can nut out what caused it and stop it for future problems. 2007 was the first Safari that it done. Took us probably 18 months to build it, and it's just a fantastic car to drive, nice and reliable, strong, very capable. Probably needs a better driver because apparently I'm not. With the current sequential gearbox in it, it's been geared so it'll only do 185. You don't really do that much of the really high speed, and this way we get to top speed real often. You do the 180 most of the day, very, very fast. Hopefully the Silver City 1000 is on again this year. We'll definitely be there if it's on, and then we'll tend to go over and run Safari again this year in WA. I really need to thank Aaron for all the help that he's given me in preparation. Aaron navigates for me. My very understanding wife that puts up with me working on the car any chance I get. And if it wasn't for Transvent being there to help me out, I wouldn't be able to pay for it all. So it worked out well for us.
In fourth place, we've got one of the biggest little cars in New South Wales. We're going way back to catch up with Dave and his Suzuki Sierra.
G'day, I'm Dave. I'm from the On All Fours 4-wheel drive club, and this is my competition truck. It was originally a Suzuki Sierra. It's now running Toyota diffs front and rear, custom leaf springs in the front, Toyota power steering. It runs a Nissan SR20 motor, the 4-speed electronic controlled automatic gearbox. The tyres are a 37.5 inch by 14.5 Maxxis crawler with bead-locked rims. Rear end's been converted to a 4-link suspension system, running diff locks front and rear, bit of bar work and a lot of panel damage. I'm going to have to do a bit more bar work across the front as I keep seem to damaging the front quarter panels, and I'll probably convert the front end to a 5-link coilover setup. Apart from that, I'm really happy with it. Goes everywhere, does what it has to do. Proven to be quite a reliable car. I built the car just for mainly club run events, nothing too special. Hopefully one day we'll get it in tough truck, show the big boys how we really do it. That's my truck. My name's Dave, and thanks for watching 4-Wheel Drive TV.
Our third last feature is proof that you can go racing on a budget and steal Grandma's car. This is Ian with his Holden Jackaroo.
G'day, my name's Ian. I'm out here today to have some fun in my Jackaroo. It's a 91 model Jackaroo. We bolted a set of swampers on it, made a snorkel up. Cheap way to get into motorsport. We bolted a high mount winch on it for when we go out playing in the bush and all that. We're racing today at Dallaston. Yeah, just here to have some fun. You can see you don't need a big truck to come out and have a bit of fun.
Falling in second place is Alan Johnson, the Nutty Professor. Now, of course, it's a Suzuki, but who else would take a Vitara to a winch challenge?
Right, Alan Johnson here from Piranha. Today I am very, very proud to announce that this car is no longer a virgin. This is a brand new vehicle for Piranha, a brand new vehicle for me. First time it's ever been tried out in an actual event. Although it looks like a Suzuki, if you notice carefully, you'll see up here it says Suzaroo. What could that mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means. It's actually got the heart of a Holden Jackaroo in it. It's got a Jackaroo quad cam V6, automatic transmission. It's got Suzuki body, an actual original Suzuki chassis which has been modified, a Vitara body. So it's a bit of a Frankenstein car. The car's taken 5 years to build. It's been in the hands of a very good friend of mine, John Bidwell, who's done a great job helping me with it. A heap of work from Piranha and all my staff building it. And I'd have to say today, I've done a really good job of looking after it, because apart from a bent rim and a bit of damage down the side, that's all the damage we've done to it. The car has performed really, really flawlessly, and I've got to say thank you to all the people involved, because it's been an absolute delight to drive the thing. Michael's been with me and he's impressed with it as well. Now, I'd have to say, building a car like this is not something you take on lightly, and it comes after building lots of cars myself. I decided to employ a bit of help to build this beast. And it's been really, really worthwhile because it's just such a fun thing to have a car that actually hasn't broken and has done virtually everything I've asked of it. We've done some rip-roarer stages that would have probably annihilated some of my earlier vehicles. So thank you to all the people who helped. The other thing that makes this car very important is this thing on the front here, this winch. This is actually a high mount winch. It's got twin motors on it. So instead of the normal 2.5 horsepower motor you expect from a normal winch, we've got about 16 horsepower running through it. So not a lot of power to pull the thing through. The winching has been sensational. Now, this whole event is basically a winching event, except for tonight. Tonight there's going to be a mud challenge on, which is in the stadium. So this event has been going on since Friday night. It's been running Friday night, finished about 1:30 last night. Started at 7:30 this morning for breakfast and driver briefing. It's going to go right through tonight and all day tomorrow. And these events are just amazingly good fun. There's all different classes of cars, all different sorts of people turning up. Walking around the car park is like the best that you could possibly imagine. Some of these cars are worth $100,000 plus. So guys, this is awesome. Have a look around, check it out for yourself and see it. It's great.
Well done guys, you've made it to our #1 4-wheel drive TV feature competition rig, and this is Toby Waitley. He now races in the off-road scene, in trophy trucks and other vehicles, but back in the day, he took his dad's old farm Hilux and turned it into a race car. Let's check it out.
I'm Toby from Loveday. I've been here all weekend racing with red GQ and the yellow Hilux here for Neil Warden. Been pretty good all weekend. Had a bit of a cough and splutter with it, but got the fuel back to it. It's all good. The track was a bit quicker this time. We've taken some of the sharper corners out and made a big long run at the back so you can get a bit of speed up. It's better for the trophy cars and everyone. And there's some good whoops at the front for the trophy cars too, which smashes some of these 4-wheel drives around, but it's all fun anyway. This yellow Hilux here is pretty standard. It's just got tractor tyres on it and boat fuel tank in the back so it can lighten off some weight a bit. Other than that, it's pretty standard. It's good fun. Everyone come out and race at Loveday.